Hello and welcome back to my channel. As always, my name is Pete, and today we are going to work on an apple orchard. Yes, what is a forest core island or a village core island without a lovely little apple orchard? So we are going to build that up today. Kind of teased about it last week, so you'll see it is right in front of this little area, and we'll probably see that tiny little place with the cider that I put down next week. Yeah! Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, since there is no terraforming this week, we're gonna go straight into the pathing, and for this we're gonna have several small paths that lead to a big area. So we're gonna try to get a nice little clearing in these woods where all the different apple trees can kind of coalesce, that's not the word, where they can kind of, mingle together and figure out, those pathways between the apple trees. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. So for these larger areas, I like to kind of do an outline of what I want to kind of piece together. So for this, you can see, like, very obviously I am doing kind of like a big circular area right here, and then we're going to go ahead and fill it in with the interior codes later on. And over here, we're going to make another one of those winding pathways, and this time we're going to use another little bridge, because I haven't used very many of these little bridges yet, and we're gonna do one right today. Alright, and we're also going to start connecting them to make sure that all of these disparate pathways are going to actually, come together and move seamlessly between these two different areas. Alright, I've got pockets and pockets full of apple trees, and we're going to place them down. This orchard, I wanted it to feel more overgrown and more natural than a lot of other orchards, that are placed in rows and things. I wanted this to feel more like a natural accumulation of apple trees that, people have been tending, but have also kind of left to their own devices a little bit. They've trusted these trees to grow, where they are versus planting them where the villagers want them, So we are going to make these another little pathway in here. I decided I wanted another little area, so we're gonna make another little path, connect them all together, and then get started on building up the rest of the bushes and things. Alright, we'll fit in a couple more trees and then we'll start in on the bushes and flowers and everything else. Oh, and I almost forgot the little pond. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we have a little pond, you know, in order to have a bridge to go across. And then we will get started on the rest of the placing all the items. I'm still in love with these little ponds. I think they are so much fun to make. I'm planning on doing a lot of them. They are so stinking cute. Alright, it is time to make everything as flush with foliage as we can get. I'm still going to want to put, you know, a lot of items in this area, but at the same time I want it to feel a little bit overgrown with all of these bushes. The bushes I think add a really good background foliage, and then we'll add a touch of color with all of these different flowers, and then we'll be ready to start decorating. Okie dokie, we are going to get started on actually placing down a lot of this furniture. So for this part of the orchard, I wanted it to be more like a not like a sit-down restaurant, but like a little snack area where, you know, you can enjoy the fruits of your labors, as it were, when you're picking the apples. So this is a spot where you can, you know, have a nice little meal that is fresh, literally out of the trees. So that's what this is all looking like. Gee, mini Christmas looking like. And then we have a couple of little areas around here where there are, you know, places that you can actually get things from the orchard. You know, so there's going to be barrels, there's going to be crates, there's going to be apple accoutrement, you know, the type of things that you could get from an apple orchard. So there are jams and jellies, there are little ciders, there are things like that, all available to enjoy in this apple orchard. I also wanted to have a little spot right here where the where the actual apple picking takes place, you know? So we've got a little bucket and a little ladder, and they are going to be placed right by a fresh little apple tree. It just makes everything feel more, you know, alive and lived in to have little touches like that, I think. And another little round of lively pond decor. So this is going to be a very light decoration. We're just going to place some rocks, grass standees, and some ducks, and move on. Because we are going to go now and actually fill out the rest of this area. So like I said, we've got apple everything. We've got apple pie, we've got apple cider, we've got apple jam, we've got bread to eat said jam on. It is going to be a nice little area where you can, you know, stop, sit down, enjoy your apple slices, enjoy your apple butter on some toast, enjoy a nice little sit down after an enjoyable session of picking apples. This is going to be just a nice little hangout spot if you are if you're someone like me who enjoys going to a nice little farm and doing some self-picking. So it's a lot of fun. And of course, now that the actual main decor has been placed, we're going to go ahead and add those little touches like the bikes, the mush items, the wheat fields, and all of that. Alright, final pass, we are going to drop all of our lovely little mushrooms along with a couple of apples, just, you know, make it feel really orchardy, have some loose apples, and we'll also put up some vines, some weeds, and some glowing moss. Even this glowing moss, which took so many tries for me to get it to the right one. I don't know why. Sometimes they just fight you. They just fight you. I don't know why, but they do. And there it is! I adore how rustic and inviting this little apple orchard feels. It hits the mark on that kind of like overgrown but well cared for vibe that I was originally hoping for, and it is a lot of fun. I very much enjoy how this turned out. I love the little seating areas, using the the little stumps as kind of, you know, seating areas was not my original intention when I cut those down, but it turned out so well, and I'm really excited by them. So yeah, I hope this build was enjoyable for you guys. I hope it was inspiring, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!